Christina took a deep breath. Okay, I'm sorry. I know it's complicated, but everything is almost in place. She looked at Denny. I have the support of the FBI. They have an underground contact, someone who deals in stolen art. What I need is a forgery of fortitude. But why? James asked. Christina twisted her hands together, her face flushed. This is my plan. We'll have you draw it again, James, on the right paper with the right ink. Then we'll substitute your drawing for the real one and stage a theft. Listen, the drawing has to be good, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Everyone knows fortitude is part of this exhibition. They know it's real. Our forgery won't be judged for authenticity by the thief, only by the person intending to buy it. And that deal will never happen. What thief? Carl asked. This isn't making sense. You are going to hire someone to steal your own drawing? The forgery, not the real one. And the thief will be someone who works for the FBI. She paused. They'll put some kind of tracking device on the fake drawing of fortitude. The FBI will get the drawing into the hands of someone who deals in stolen art. And that person will lead you to the other drawings, Denny finished. He nodded slowly. To justice. It's very clever. It was clever, Marvin thought. Who'd suspect a museum of masterminding its own burglary, of forging its own art? Carl shook his head. But how do you get the drawing to the black market? That's not exactly easy. It's not like you have regular contact with criminals. He raised his eyebrows, adding, I assume. No, Christina allowed. But remember what Denny said about the Stockholm theft? The undercover policeman? That's been one of the most effective ways to recover stolen art. Police officers or FBI agents posing as underground art dealers. I feel sure we can get the forgery into the right hands, she smiled. Or the wrong hands, as the case may be. My hat's off to you, Christina, Denny said. It's impressive. So you're going to pretend to steal my drawing? James asked. Christina nodded. But what if you're wrong? Carl asked. What if there isn't one person who is collecting the complete set? What if the drawings aren't together? Well, that's always a possibility. And what if something happens to my drawing? James asked. In his spot on James's jacket, Marvin shuddered. His drawing. Would it disappear into this world of fake policemen and guns and $1 million paintings lost forever? Christina knelt beside James, inches from Marvin, who quickly hid himself in a fold of fabric. The whole thing is a gamble. I know that, she said gently, looking only at James. Marvin realized this was one of the things he liked about Christina, how she gave James her full attention, as though anything he said or asked was every bit as important as the comments coming from the grown-ups. The FBI doesn't care, she continued, whether our staged burglary leads to the stolen Dürer paintings or to other stolen works of art. It will still point the way to key players in the underground art market. But of course, I care. If this doesn't give us justice, I'll be, she hesitated, so disappointed. Carl still looked uncertain. I see how it could work, but won't you need a lot of people on board? I mean, the museum security staff, the New York City police, the papers. Well, not the papers, Denny interrupted. I assume it's important for the press to report this as if it were a real theft. Yes, Christina agreed. It has to look like a real burglary from the outside. But Carl, you're right about the others. I have to get permission from the director of the Met and make sure the local police are willing to help. That's why the involvement of the FBI is important. And Denny, I want you to clear it with the Getty, too. Obviously, since it's one of your loaned pieces, and that's the center of the whole plan. The thing is, Christina kept staring at James, her eyes filled with wonder. The idea occurred to me months ago, when Denny and I were discussing the setup of the exhibit, but I never thought I'd find someone who could do the forgery of fortitude. I didn't believe it was possible until I saw your drawing, James. And then I thought, he could do it, and you did. Marvin felt a strange mixture of pride and fear and worry. James only blushed, staring at the drawing. Okay, he said quietly. You want me to copy it so you can steal it? Yes, Christina agreed. Steal the fake one to find the real one. Justice.